Hi everybody and welcome back to Atlas Debate Resources. In this video we're going to be doing the opposite of the previous one. We're talking about the UIL LD negative position. So let's dive right in. To get started, what does negation mean in UIL Lincoln Douglas debate? So as you may remember, every resolution is phrased as a statement. In the study of logic, they're known as declarative sentences. The sentence is either true or it's false. As a negative, you are here to prove that it is the false, that the declarative sentence is incorrect. So, for example, going back to our previous topic, the private space industry is necessary for future human expansion. The negative would say, no, this is false because I value so on and so forth. Insert it. So, with that in mind, the way the negative wins is they uphold the burden of clash. So, instead of proving it's true, they're clashing. They're not just clashing with the resolution, saying the resolution is incorrect, but also clashing with the affirmative, all the evidence they provide, all the goody things that they put forth. So, again, just like the affirmative, how you do this is up to you with the exception of some universal necessities. The first is, just like affirmative, an abstract value as to why it is false. I say that the affirmative is incorrect, the resolution is incorrect because I value this. I say private space travel is not the future of human expansion because I value individual rights. I think the future of human expansion is in individual rights, not in so on and so forth, things like that. And in addition, you have to have claims that negate the affirmative case. The affirmative doesn't always have to address the negative case, but the negative must address the affirmative. You must show their evidence is correct, that their proof is incorrect, because once you disprove that, then the resolution is going to fall as well. So, moving forward, some simple negative strategies. If you notice, three are very similar, or the exact same pretty much, but the flip side for the negative. Again, the first is advocation. So you would say the private space industry is so bad. It creates all of this destruction of the environment, all of this pollution. It puts money into people's hands, and only the top 1% can use it. All of these different things. So instead of advocating for, you're now advocating for against. Be careful with the strategy because sometimes you forget the greater meaning of the resolution. So if you're going to go on the opposite, advocate against the affirmative position, make sure you still prove that the affirmative position is wrong, not just that yours is better. Next would be analyzing. Again, you could show what makes something necessary, and then you can build off of it and show that private space travel is not necessary to human expansion. We can expand in individual rights. We can expand in going to the bottom of the ocean. We can expand in genetic modification. All these things are forms of human expansion. Therefore, that is not necessary for it. Next is the framework. And the framework, while not as common on the negative side, is just as powerful as a strategy. Again, remember in UIL LD, you create your win-loss, you create your voting issues as you go along. So as a negative, you can create that framework right in your case and show the affirmative must prove what makes something necessary. They have to prove that it is necessary before they can make any other claims. These next two strategies are strategies that are unique to the negative style, and therefore I'm going to explain them a little bit more in depth than I did the first three. The first is the halfway argumentation. Under this example resolution, it would be something like private space travel is necessary, but not for human expansion. The halfway strategy is characterized by dropping certain things, meeting certain arguments, and it's kind of going halfway. If you've watched my videos on the UIL LD manual, you'll know that some parties are two-party resolutions. This strategy is much more common for two-party resolutions because you're going to show that these two parties meet. One is not more important than the other, meet halfway. As a negative, it's okay for you to drop things. You don't have to win every single point. You just have to prove that that statement is not absolutely true. How you do it, again, is up to you. And with that in mind, that brings up the last strategy. The most common and usually the most powerful is the one-point strategy. Under our example, you would say private space travel is necessary for all of human expansion except new territory. You can get territory at the bottom of the ocean. We can create floating islands. It's not necessary to expand in the form of territory. See, you proved one instance in which it was no longer a necessity. Therefore, you've negated the affirmative position. It is not a necessity. It's the most common, the most simple. However, while this seems really strong and really great, you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. It's weak because if you fail this 1 point argument, then all of your things go to the wayside. The best negative cases I've seen are usually like lots of little needles. Instead of one big sword that can be dodged, thousands of little needles being dropped, eventually one's going to hit. And that one can take out the affirmative. So these are the simple negative strategies. The negative has a lot more openings and positions on its side because you're providing the clash. The negative is the side that brings the argumentation. So make sure that you are being the most outspoken, that you are attacking the most, things like that, and make sure you're flowing. If you have more questions, more things you want to expand on, maybe philosophies or things, please drop that in the comments down below. I can only create as many videos and help you as much as you tell me what you need. So I hope this video helps. Um, and if it does, please leave a like, a comment, leave anything else you'd like to learn about. And with that, I hope this took a burden off of your shoulders. Thank you.